Hello and welcome to this episode of GLI Live. My name is Donna Cryer. I am your host and the CEO and founder of the Global Liver Institute. We started GLI Live at the beginning of the spring in early March to provide information and connection to liver patients, people who are immunocompromised, cancer patients, but it's grown into so much more. Our episode is entitled GLI Live, Help Talk with Performers from the Cast of Hamilton. I am so honored today to be bringing you this very special show on organ transplantation and living donation. Our topic today is on the urgency of drug development in NASH. And our guest is, and this is so exciting, this is our first bilingual episode. She's a COVID survivor. If that's not enough for you to want to listen to what she has to say today, she's also served on the front lines in Iraq and is coming to us today from Ethiopia, where she is a special advisor to the health ministry for Ethiopia. So clearly this episode is about masks.
Ask the question. Because the chances are someone else in that room is thinking the same things.
I always tell my patients, you are not a liver with leg. Ironically.
For this entire research community, continuity and safety are still job number one.
We need to make sure we have that diversity as we are creating the scientific pool of individuals who are looking and addressing this issue.
What I learned with Hamilton was that my business throughout the day completely affected what I brought into how ready I was for the show. And that's it goes both ways.
I was pregnant with my second child when my dad got the call that he had to be at the hospital in half an hour because he had the wonderful opportunity to have a new lease on life.
Thank you particularly to nurses of color who are on the front lines every day before this pandemic and after.
I've learned more from patients than I've probably ever learned from textbook or publications. And I think it's just, it takes doctors and patients being receptive to symptoms, outcomes, strategies, treatment. As we learn more about these diseases, we need to continue to come together in that form.
There's a role for a caregiver or a care partner in every clinical encounter.
This idea of life is living. And when we talk about resilience, what I'd like to think about is what creates the maximal opportunity to live.
I would like to learn how to teach people how to be better patient advocates for themselves, how to advocate.
Always here to help, and I really enjoy talking with you and helping spread the word.
I often ask myself, how can I contribute? How can I make a difference? I harp on that first question, how can I make a change? But I hadn't often, until very recently, asked myself, what brings me joy?
And I thoroughly believe that healthcare begins with self-care.
Right.
So if we are going to look after ourselves, we need to look after ourselves, mind, body, and soul.
When I think about my time spent post-liver transplant, it's for moments like that, when I can talk to a family member or a patient and I made their burden a little lighter in some way.